Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for the host for the nice introduction. We are going to present basically our company, which is euShipments.com, talk about what we're doing, but most of all, give some advice and insights about the market and the industry of e-commerce here in Eastern Europe with all the specifics such as localization, COD, and so on. So this is me. We already got presented, so I'm not going to go into too much details. More than 7 years in the company. I joined the company when we were like 10 people. Currently, we're more than 300 people in 5 countries. So it's been quite an exciting growth period. Michal?
Thank you, Vich. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy to be here. My name is Michal Jedlicka, and I'm as head of Courier Network responsible for our last mile courier network providers and the strategic partners which are helping us to deliver the goods to our customers on time.
So a little bit about euShipments. I can kind of summarize the slide in one word. We are the #1 e-commerce logistics company in Eastern Europe. That is the summary. We have been awarded by a lot of industry, media, and organizations with such awards. So this is, of course, thanks to all our e-commerce clients who trust us and work with us and give us the feedback to become better and better every day. A quick snapshot of the history of the company. Founded in 2012, our first business was doing cross-border deliveries between Bulgaria and Romania. We used to be very much focused on Romania, and still Romania is one of the biggest markets of the group. But afterwards, we started again replying to our clients' needs. First, we opened the first fulfillment operation right on the border between Bulgaria and Romania in the city of Ruse. Then we started expanding the delivery methods, going to Hungary, Greece, Czech, Slovakia, Poland, and so on. So this led to the gradual point when we decided to rebrand the company to euShipments.com. And currently, this is the brand under which the whole group operates. We expanded in the last 2 years by acquiring some of the leading fulfillment operators in Eastern Europe. We invested in Romania, where we bought Helpship, who was currently one of the leading fulfillment operators. In Slovakia, Swisspoint Data joined the group, and in Croatia, the company is called Pick and Pack. All of these companies now constitute one single brand, one single operation, basically doing the best possible logistics services for e-commerce in Eastern Europe. Okay, it's not very easy to change the slides. So this is a snapshot of the current network. In these light blue dots here, you can see the own fulfillment and cross-docking warehouses of euShipments. These are basically our own companies, our own teams, our own operations. Apart from these, we do have partnerships, mostly in Western Europe, which is out of our core markets, where we're working with leading local fulfillment operators, and our clients can use their facilities when they need to sell in these Western markets their products. Apart from the fulfillment centers, we're working in partnership with it's actually close to 100 nowadays, I think, courier companies. That's actually what Michal is responsible for, managing all these local courier companies. And in total, we are shipping with more than 800 delivery methods, because a single courier company has different ways in which they can deliver the parcel. So we have home delivery, out of home, lockers, parcel shops, postal service, air express service, COD service, and so on. So it's a very big portfolio of delivery methods. Apart from that, the cash on delivery is a very important point of the business in Eastern Europe, because it's a preferred, or at least a popular payment method in most of these countries. And all of this is accessible through one single contract and one single API integration, which makes life very much easier for the e-shops.
Okay. Maybe let's...
Sorry, this is the snapshot. This is the snapshot of the company. Maybe I can just share one number that isn't here on the slide, but last year we delivered almost 10 million B2C online orders from a few thousand e-shops from the region. Now I'll give the word to you, Michal, to give us a little bit knowledge about the market and the countries.
As a leader in the Central and East European market and the provider who can help with your cross-border selling and delivering your products, we actually prepared some numbers which we would like to highlight it. the number speaks for themselves, and the most important is, and come from this meeting to know that actually the potential of the Central and East European market, it's a big. As you can see, the penetration, the opportunities which Central and European market offers, it's visible, especially here, if you compare the comparison of the internet users and e-commerce shoppers, which are in those days available, we can offer more options to help you to grow your business.
So basically what we do in terms of separate services, I already talked about the fulfillment available in multiple locations, the cross-border delivery which goes with or without fulfillment. So actually we're not obliging the e-shops to use fulfillment because in some cases it is not the best solution for them. So actually what we can do is give them the technology to generate all the shipment labels for all of these shipping methods and carriers. And then our company and our drivers are doing the first mile collection from the address of the e-shop, from their own warehouse, basically. Or there's an alternative service where, again, we give them the technology, they generate the labels, and then they visit our warehouse with their own transport to inject to us the ready packed and ready labeled shipments. And this is a very common service that we are providing to merchants from more remote geographies, so Western Europe, USA, China, Turkey. This is kind of the standard setup. And a very significant part of e-commerce, which sometimes goes a bit, isn't such a focus before you start feeling the pain and the financial losses, the return management, which is becoming more and more crucial to having the best delivery experience and shopping experience for your clients. So, specifically for the fulfillment, we already showed you the map. We have a lot of warehouses, our own and partner warehouses, having in mind that all the operations is managed totally by our own in-house software. So we not rely on any external software company, software as a service or whatever. It's developed by us internally. And the main benefit of having fulfillment is actually you can keep your stock right next to your clients because the stock has to be next to the clients, not next to the e-shop. So fulfillment is the best way to achieve next day delivery at the cost of a domestic delivery, which is very, very cheap. It is pretty much the only way. And then having these fulfillment warehouses allows you to provide local return addresses for your customers. Then going to the cross-border delivery, Michal, I'll pass this to you.
As everyone has in the mind, also the map we were sharing with you, where we operate. The most important for us is also to offer you the opportunity with the cross-border selling and shipping. So there has many advantages which we can do for you, not only to offer you the scale of the injection points or our facilities, but also to give you wild scale of the delivery methods, which are home delivery, out-of-home delivery with offices, parcel lockers, and also PUDOs locations. Everything is tracked with our advanced tracking system, where you can monitor your shipments immediately when the shipment leaves our fulfillment center or injection point up to the final last mile delivery, and also allowed us to use our capacity in those fulfillment centers. Yeah. Injection points we are offering for those clients. They actually operates their own fulfillment centers, so we can help them with the line hauls, injection to our injection points, and then help them with the food distribution, which I mentioned before.
Returns management, as I said, is becoming very, very important, especially for some industries like fashion, shoes. We can have up to 20-30% returns. It's quite common. So having it's important for two reasons. First of all, if your clients have a shitty return experience, they will not order from you again, right? They want an easy, free return if possible, label-less. They want the courier to visit them, take the parcel, and take it back to you. But furthermore, it's very important for the merchant because the cost of returning a shipment usually is much higher than the cost of shipping it out in the first place. So not having the optimum return solution makes you uncompetitive in a cost perspective. So what we have developed in the past, we really started this 5-6 years ago, is having different local return solutions for every country in Eastern Europe, where we are focused. So in some countries, the most popular solution is to send the courier to pick it up from the guy's home. In some countries, the most popular solution is to give him a code. He goes to the locker, prints the code, puts it in, and that's it. Some countries, they want a label, and they want to deal with the label by themselves. So every country is very different, the people are different, and what allows us really to reach them in the best possible way is the local teams we have everywhere. Because apart from the operations of euShipments, all these countries where we are present, we're having sales teams, we're having founders who are coming from e-commerce background, we're having customer support teams, we're having call centers in some cases. So this allows us really to understand very well the recipients, the clients, not just to be an operational part of the supply chain. And here, the bottom point is quite interesting. What we developed recently for some of our clients is the possibility through the euShipments, the technology platform, to refund their clients in the local currency. Because managing 6 currencies in Europe, so euro plus 5 more currencies, makes it very complicated to do the refunds to all of these clients when they want to return something. So this is another value-added service that we developed just because our clients have asked about it. Now, I think that the name of our presentation is such that we talk about COD as like a way to enter Eastern Europe and a gateway to Eastern Europe. We believe this is the case because 5 years ago, everybody thought COD would disappear. COD is cash on delivery, right? So everybody thought it would disappear because it is, it is cash payment, it is not digital, it is kind of old-fashioned. But now, because almost all of the couriers and all the PUDUs and all the lockers have POS terminals, so now it's not anymore cash on delivery, it is now card on delivery. And this is obviously, it looks to be very, very efficient for the customers because they're choosing it more. And on a market level and also, let's say, on our internal statistics level, we're seeing increase of the percentage of cash on delivery instead of decrease. So it is actually the easiest way to enter a new market because setting up a payment processor on your checkout takes time and it's more restrictive, it's sometimes even more expensive. It easily increases your conversion rate because in Eastern Europe, especially in the Balkan part, people do not trust you if you're not a very, very big brand or a big marketplace. So they want to see the package physically and then give the cash or swipe the card to the driver's POS terminal. And at the same time, if you have the right partner with the right software and kind of financial setup, you can have very fast daily cash flows in different currencies, which doesn't make COD so difficult as it would seem. So this is basically your best way to enter 17 markets in the EU. Of course, it shouldn't be the only payment method because some countries COD is just a minority, let's say, share of the transactions. But even places like Spain, Italy, the Baltics, Poland, this is still existing, and we have a solution for it. Then COD removes the need for a bank account. You do not have to have a bank account in every country. You can just use a fintech solution as long as your partner is integrated with such. And at the same time, we are investing in such integration. So all of these fintech solutions and many, many more actually are fully integrated into our platform. So you can have an account there and receive the CODs there in your own fintech account. Okay, so basically what we want to do very quickly because we're almost running out of time, but to give you an idea of how it works and why it works this way, we're going to give you a few case studies. I'm not giving the brand names because it's too confidential, but number one, what we have here. One of the biggest UK online retailers with huge revenue. euShipments actually does their logistics solution for a large part of Eastern Europe. So the company is having its own fulfillment in Poland. We are having a dedicated line haul capacity provided by us. So every day, the euShipments vans or trucks are visiting Poland, going to this huge merchant's warehouse, collecting, and then we are going down to our facilities in Slovakia, Romania, Bulgaria, Croatia, and so on, processing the parcels and injecting them to the last miles. And why is this set up in such a way? Because through one single API and one single contract, this huge merchant has access to dozens of last miles and dozens of shipping methods. So it's much easier for them to work this way and to be able to list on the checkout these different options for their clients to choose. because the best checkout, the competitive checkout, the high conversion checkout is the one that has different couriers, it has a choice, it has home, it has out of home. Then your clients are much happier to order from you. A second case study, it's cosmetic this time. It's a premium manufacturer of premium, so it's quite expensive cosmetics. Again, quite a successful company. They started the business just with a few countries, Bulgaria, Romania, and Greece, I think it was. But nowadays, 8 years later, they are selling in the whole world, mainly Europe. And for this company, we are also doing the B2B part of the business. This means that apart from the online orders, which we are delivering to their end customers, we're also preparing and delivering the products to their resellers, to pharmacies, to Amazon warehouses for the Amazon sales, and so on. So this is a place where we can also help. And at the same time, again, they're super competitive because they have 2, 3, 4, 5 couriers for one country in some cases on the checkout. So that makes them very, very sexy in front of their customers. And the last case study is a company which only sells through affiliate channels. So they're buying traffic through various affiliate networks or directly from some affiliates in, I think, mostly Eastern Europe and Italy. And at the same time, this is an example where you can use fulfillment for some orders and your own warehouse for some other orders. Why does this work? Because they have a small part of their products where they're customizing them. So before they send them, they have to do something custom for each and every customer. This is not something that euShipments can really be useful for. So in this case, they're using fulfillment for 90% of their orders, and 10% of their orders, euShipment is collecting the ready packed parcels from their warehouse. So it's a hybrid model, but again, through one single API and one single partner, they don't have to worry about how it works. And they're also a company which benefits from daily COD payments because having very fast cash flow, they can order more and more and more stock in smaller quantities every day, which in their business model is a big advantage. I just forgot one thing. Sorry, I want to mention it. They have a very huge difference of small, medium, and large and bulky products. And for each product category, we have chosen, calculated, analyzed, and chosen the best courier for these type of products, because one courier company cannot handle everything. You know, that's quite important. Now, Michal, I give you the word to say something.
Actually, based on those case studies, we actually tried to compare the advantage and advantage. What can the in-house fulfillment or outsourced fulfillment offer to you? Of course, if you're not the biggest player in the market and you're able to absorb all the cost regarding our own fulfillment centers, we are offering the outsourced fulfillment based on your needs, which are really variable. We are able to offer you larger scale of capacity, help you with the deliveries, with the testing, also opening the new markets, which sometimes can be really tricky when you operate on your own. There will be the second one. And there you can see the distinction between the classic cross-border courier and integrators, which can help you also not be lean on just one provider in the market, but you can use the scale of the best players in the market for the last delivery, which offers you a little bit freedom and also leverage the risk, which always goes with dedicated countries in different carriers in dedicated countries, because in each country the carriers are different and the importance of each of them plays different role. For example, in Poland, definitely if you go with the InPost and parcel lockers, you will be the market more than, for example, with the home delivery and ups and down. If you go to the Italy, where is more important still the home delivery, which is the key role for the service your potential client is choosing.
So kind of to wrap up the whole thing, think about the fulfillment, think about the cross-border deliveries, make the difference between just using one carrier, because one carrier is a big risk and it's not helping your sales, even on the contrary, actually. It's you're losing sales if you just use one courier. And then think about how to actually choose the right partner, because the size, the stability, the portfolio of clients, the portfolio of delivery methods is very, very important. If you go onto Google and write fulfillment Bulgaria or fulfillment Romania, you get 100 results. But most of them are just websites, right? It's nothing else. So they have this in mind. Maybe we have time for one question or two questions if somebody wants to ask. If not, we'll be at our booth. You can come to meet us, to talk to us. If we cannot help you, at least we can advise you something based on our experience and our partners.